Subject today is tuning an AK, and more specifically what I had to go through on this one to get it to shoot right for me. Now, I'm sure this can be applied to other AKs, other calibers, but this one is a 5.56 build. If you watch my rebuild video, you know I rebuilt this thing using Beryl parts from Arms of America. Originally it was built with WBP. That's important because WBP uses an AKM spec barrel trunnion, a 23mm. So you were kind of stuck in using the barrels that they had because they were made specifically for those kits. So I started off WBP parts and then a Green Mountain barrel, melanite, and the gas port was already drilled on it. My guess is they used something that was AK-74 spec, and so it was overgassed, and a K&S piston, even just 5 clicks out or no clicks, made that thing shoot solid. I could run a flash hider or a brake, and that one had 1/2x28 threads, but it was a fine shooting rifle. Then Arms of America got the Beryl parts, and I wanted to upgrade. Didn't want to have a broken firing pin or some other broken part in the back of my mind, so I went to the more solid parts. Had to switch out the barrel because the Beryl uses a 22mm trunnion, much like the AK-74. Ended up with an AK Builder AK-74 barrel. I went chrome line, hoping for a little bit more durability out of it, but I had to drill my own gas port. Dredging up on the internet, kind of the Polish military spec for the Beryl, you're looking at like a .068 gas port. I went with the closest drill bit that I had, and I think that put it at about a .065. You'll find this is pretty important coming up. So regular piston in it, an AK-74 piston, and I started off with a Definitive Arms brake. This one has like 2 big ports and then kind of a conical flash hider type deal on the end of it. When I first took it out, I thought this thing was rather punchy, or just had a weird recoil impulse. And this is PMC bronze, and this is with the Definitive Arms brake. See what it feels like. It's pretty stout. It almost feels like the brake is pushing down. So I was like, man, I got Kalashnikon coming up. I need to get this thing figured out. So, time constraints and a little bit of money constraints, I kind of went with a 2-pronged approach here. Ordered a different muzzle device, which is the Manticore Arms night brake, 24mm. It was on sale. And then I found an AK-74 gas piston, a K&S. So, swapped over to the Manticore Arms. Still the weird recoil impulse. I'm like, maybe it is the gas. Put the K&S in there. Whole nother can of worms. It would run okay with like full power M193 5.56. But when I went to go use my match ammo, it was a PMC bronze 223. It would short stroke every few rounds. Short stroke, have a malfunction, wouldn't feed the next round in all the way. I was like, well, that isn't going to work. And then I had a wild hair, take off the muzzle device, put the regular piston back in, and it shot nicely. So the brake is off. See what it feels like now. That feels tons better. So at that point, I kind of realized it was the muzzle device. But, yeah, I ended up taking this thing to Kalashnikon, shot the whole first day, no muzzle device. Regular piston in there, and yeah, I mean, it shot well. But I had some generous people let me try out different brakes, and a couple even brought some. You know, it's what I love about the AK community. We're all willing to help people out when we can, and I think I tried another Krebs brake, and also tried an Arsenal style AK-74 brake. That one shot nicely. And then this one was brought to me by Bolts and Holes, and I tried that out and I liked it so much it didn't affect the recoil impulse in a negative way. I ran it the whole second day, and as you can see, I ended up buying it off of them, and then there it stays. So as it stands, the original gas port size I used, .065, regular AK-74 piston, and this Krebs brake, and it shoots nice. But that just kind of goes to show all the little things that you can tweak and how much a muzzle device can positively or negatively affect the recoil impulse of your rifle. If you have a typical AK gas port, you know, hogged out like a Wasser 10, a K&S is probably going to afford you enough tunability, even without a suppressor, to dial back the gas, make it less over gas, without affecting the reliability too much. So this is kind of how it sets right now. With that, I have changed a couple things on there. I guess I'll go ahead and throw that out in the end here. EOTech is gone. I have a Holosun. It's a 403, an older model, American Defense Manufacturing mount. And the reason I went with this is I wanted something that give me a little bit more of a normal offset, height over bore. But that kind of, the domino effect, have to find a different magnifier setup for magnification. I think the Arosaka low profile magnifier mount is probably going to be the ticket. Just got to get the funds for that and give it a try. I have swapped out the fine trigger, which is a fine trigger, but just much prefer the ALG. Still one of the best AK triggers, but nothing much else has changed on this thing. Still rocking the Occam Merc, Bulgarian 5.56 mags, good value. Tango down grip. Got the Krebs mag release. That thing works really nice. Krebs selector. AK thumb grips charging handle. Never fell off. Don't have to worry about set screws or any of that. But yeah.
Oh, I killed it.